Welcome back, y'all. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. Brought the GoPro and it's dead. So been on a little 3-day mini vacation, I guess you could say it, to Louisville. We went up there Tuesday, stayed the night, hit the farm show Wednesday, and was planning on going back some yesterday morning before we came home, but we woke up to storming. We didn't feel like walking a mile in rain, go back to the show, so we drove home half the trip, heavy rains, and get home to a storm. Up the road a ways was a tornado. We were unaffected by it, and don't think no real major damages, but we barely missed that by an hour going through that area. And we missed some friends of ours that was at the show. I did not realize they was going to be there the same days. Robert and Dylan and Joyce was there the same day I was, and so was Jesse Lampley. I don't know about Alex of the Lampley Brothers Farming. So back to reality, back to moving hay. This is all I'm going to show of this. May show some calves when I'm feeding here in a minute. I'll probably just bring you back to something totally different. So the first part of this video, pothole, was Friday. Today is Sunday. I actually was going to finish up with something interesting yesterday, and plans got changed. Had some plumbing issues, and let's say the outcome didn't smell that good, but I got that fixed. I know y'all didn't want to see that on video, but I'm feeding today because Dad and I are going on a trip to Brownsville, Tennessee to look at a piece of equipment, and you'll find out what it is by the end of this video, maybe even in the thumbnail, I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to talk about the National Farm and Machinery Show when I get to the next pasture. I've done fed one pasture, so I'll bring you back then. Well, I was just totally unimpressed with anything at the Case IH or the John Deere booth. Probably the most impressed I was with anything was the McHale hay rollers. Like I said, I didn't film anything, but I probably talked to that guy for a good 10 minutes and should have just made a video on the McHale rollers. The guy was from Ireland. Pretty interesting guy. But what got a lot of attention, especially at the John Deere booth, was a 1990 model. Let me grab another bite. I'm trying to talk to y'all and grab one on the back. The sun's in my eyes. But 1990 model 4455. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not real familiar with the sound guards. They all look the same. But I ain't gonna get started bad-mouthing sound guards. But had 94 original hours. So here's what my question is. Why did it only have 94 original hours? Who buys a brand new tractor and don't use it? Like I said, I don't know the story on that, but I've come up with one, and as soon as I get this net off and the gate open, I'm going to give you Russ's take on this 4455 with 94 hours on it. Y'all gonna love it, especially the John Deere guys. So I'm gonna say the gentleman that bought the 4455 new, I'm gonna say he was an Alice man. He'd been farming with Alice's. He probably had still a decent 7080 that he'd want to trade in, and he probably went to the John Deere dealership because by this time Alice Chandler's was defunct, and he'd heard all these John Deere guys brag on these wonderful sound guard caps. So I figured the guy traded in something like an Alice, and it could have been an IH man traded in a 1086 or something, and got it home, ran it a little bit. Either the tractor was a lemon or he just didn't like it. And I'm gonna say his neighbor probably had just bought a new Magnum, and so he liked the Magnum, and so he wanted a Magnum tractor, and he went to Case, and of course Case ain't gonna trade for something like that. Probably went back to John Deere to get his 7080 back, and it sold the day he traded it in. So anyways, I'm just gonna say this guy just didn't run this tractor, put it in the barn. I mean, what other explanation can you come up with on a tractor like that? I mean, 94 hours. I mean, if it was a good tractor, shit, I'd put 94 hours on it in a week. So it's got my curiosity up, so I've made up my own story on the tractor. So take it with a grain of salt, and we'll bring you back with something else. We're in Brownsville, Tennessee. We come over here to pick up or look at a piece of green and yellow equipment. I'm gonna check this rogator out. 1,300 gallons, that's a little bit bigger than mine. Buddy seat, leather. Big Raven screen. I don't know what that is. Be nice to have. Well, I did clickbait some of y'all, so we'll look at these R series here. But y'all know better than that. This one, the new one's here. Pretty clean tractor. This one's more my speed right here, but we're not buying it either. That ain't got the buddy seat on it. Nice 1795. I just bought a planter, so it's not a planter. Hooper Equipment in Brownsville, Tennessee. Yeah, there's no stack fold. Boy, that's 1200 like my old one. That tractor right there might would fit in on the farm. If I had those, I'd pull the planter good. Alright, I'm gonna leave y'all right here with that. So here's the whole story on where was that. I've been looking for a specific piece of equipment, used and was considered even new. Picked up some literature in Louisville on this specific piece of equipment. Wasn't really any particular brand. We're looking at price and function. So while I was in Louisville, Dad sends me a text and he says, I have found what we're looking for used in Brownsville, Tennessee. When you get back, we're gonna go look at it. It was green and yellow. So we drove over there 125 miles today and looked at it, but right beside it was another piece of equipment like it, but a different brand and slightly different color. It's green and white like our old one, different brand. And if you watched me last fall, I pulled out of the field with the auger up and pretty much totaled it out. So this one is it's a Brent 620 bushel. It's quite a bit bigger than the other one. It's got the roll tarp. In the future, we're going to add scales to it. That way we know what we're coming out of each field with. Pretty decent looking cart. The other one we was looking at, the one we went to Brownsville for, was a Crust Buster 850. 850 is a little too big for some of the hills I have to cart out with, but we wasn't going to fill it all the way up and sit unless it was on level land. And it had a bigger unload auger that's got the same size as our Easy Trail. So a few things we liked. It had a tarp. Tarp was junk. So we got over there, like I said, didn't really know about this one, and so we looked at them both, told the salesman that we were going to go to lunch and deliberate on it and come back and decided on this one. So we were over there in Dion Wade and Matt Griggs part of the country. Didn't expect to run into Matt, but I kind of figured used equipment place at Dion was would be driving around the parking lot. They did have several John Deere tractors, but didn't run into Dion either. So it's not green and yellow, but it's the Crust Buster was, but this is green and white. So clickbait. Thank you for watching. God bless you. And tomorrow we're going to, if it's not raining, we're going to hook the 8940 up to it, make sure everything does work right. Make sure this light on the auger works, tail lights work, and we're going to sell the Easy Trail for junk. It's got some almost brand new tires on it, $750 a piece. I'm sure they've went up since then. So we'll catch you on the next one.